9 subtle signs she can't stop thinking about you. Have you ever found yourself wondering if that special woman in your life is thinking about you as much as you're thinking about her? In today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the undeniable signs that she's thinking about you more than you realize. Now, because each woman is a little bit different, it's important to know a lot of signs because each woman will show a few different ones. So make sure you stay to the end of this video so you get all of the signs. And although some of these signs may feel a little subtle at first, once you learn what they are, they become incredibly easy to pick up on. Real fast, before we dive into these 9 subtle signs she's thinking about you, if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. My name's Melannie. I'm a Christian dating coach for men and your go-to source to learn about authentic strategies that lead to authentic love. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. The first subtle sign that she's thinking about you is frequent texts or messages, like on social media. If she's frequently reaching out to you with what may feel like random texts or messages, that's a really good sign that she's thinking about you. If she wasn't thinking about you, she wouldn't be able to send those messages, right? Now, these random texts, she may try to come up with a legitimate sounding reason for reaching out to you. But if there's no reason why she would have to, that is a very, very good sign that, yeah, she's thinking about you. You're on her mind and she's just looking for any way to reach out and connect with you. Okay, the next subtle sign she's thinking about you is that she brings up past conversations. The fact that something you've talked about stayed with her, that she remembered it, goes to show that it mattered to her and that she's been thinking about it. I mean, she's not really going to bring it up if it doesn't come to mind, right? This can be past conversations you've had, but it also could be maybe something that you've told her, like an event or something that mattered to you. The next subtle sign that she's thinking about you is that she engages with you a lot on social media. This can be, everybody's heard of Facebook stalking. Pretty much everybody has done it too, where you go through and you look at everything that they've posted recently. Most people aren't going to actively like when they do that because it's too obvious you're stalking. But if she's involved in all the things you're posting, she'll like them, maybe she'll comment on them. She may find ways to message you about your stories or things like that. If she's very active with you on social media, this is a very common way women will try to reach out and engage with you and interact with you, get your attention. It also shows that she's thinking about you. And let's face it, it's a really good feeling when you're just going about your day and all of a sudden you get a notification that cute girl liked what you posted. She's thinking about you in that instance, which is really cool. Now, the next sign actually is pretty similar to this, and this is random check-ins. A simple, hey, how are you? How have you been doing? Goes to show that she's been thinking about you. She may do this over text. She may do this in person. She may do this on social media. But that random check-in, just checking on you, just seeing how you're doing, means she's been thinking about you and she cares about you and she wants to make sure you're okay and she wants a chance to connect with you. And maybe you're kind of seeing this theme, but the random moments are often not quite so random. They're actually moments that show us a glimpse of something deeper, namely interest. And actually, this brings up a really good question. Do you want to know how to create a deeper connection with her if she texts you or on social media? I have a free guide you need where I'm going to be sharing 7 texting strategies that every man needs. This helps create a deeper connection and chemistry with her. These are go-to texting tips that you definitely need. So I'll put a link in the description below to download this free guide. I'll put a link in the pinned comment as well. This right here is definitely something you want in your dating toolkit. When she reaches out, you want to make sure it goes well. So make sure you download that guide. It'll help you a lot. And the best part is they obviously work for texting, but they work for online and social media as well. Okay, the next sign she's been thinking about you is that she may share personal details. Now, just to be clear, when I say personal details, I mean like the appropriate kind. Have you ever met somebody who you barely know and they're all of a sudden like pouring their heart out to you and you're like, I feel so awkward right now? I'm not talking about that. But when she opens up to you about personal stories or opinions, or maybe asks you questions about something she's trying to work through, it shows that she values your opinion. It's a sign she trusts you and values your connection. Okay, this next sign is that she remembers little details about you. If she remembers little things you've mentioned, that's a sign she's been paying attention because it matters to her. This could be what your favorite candy bar is, or what you did last summer, or the name of your dog, or whatever it is. If she remembers those little details, that's not really something. As humans, our brains are full and we're busy. And so if something isn't super important, we tend to forget it easier. But if something is important to us, we tend to remember it easier. Not saying that we all remember all the little things, but you know what I mean. If she's remembering the name of your dog or what your favorite ice cream flavor is, it means it's important to her. And that's a good feeling, right? To know that your opinions, your thoughts, your needs are important to another person. That's pretty cool. The next subtle sign is playful teasing and flirting. If she is teasing you, if she, obviously respectfully, I'm not talking about negging. If she is being playful and if she's flirting and if she's teasing, it's a sign, it's her way of showing she's interested in you, which definitely means that she's thinking about you. Because just like you might think about someone you're attracted to all the time and you can't get her out of your head. Okay, girls do the same thing, okay? Men and women really aren't that different in many ways. When she's attracted to a guy, she's thinking about him all the time too. That's why she tries to get your attention. Now, the next subtle sign she's thinking about you is that she asks your opinion. Whether it's about a big decision she's making or just something minor, asking for your opinion shows that she values your thoughts and she's thinking about you. She cares what your opinion would be. As a woman, you want to look up to the man you're attracted to. You want his approval just like you want her approval. And so if she goes to you for advice or to get your opinion or for a little bit of support that way, it's a good sign that it's because she cares about what you have to say about it. And that definitely means she's thinking about you. Okay, the next subtle sign she's thinking about you is that she mirrors your behavior and your movements. This just kind of comes down to body language. Women especially mirror other people. And when we're thinking about someone, we're attracted to them, our attention is on them, it's very common for us to mirror what they do. So that means if you make a certain kind of movement, well, she will as well. It can also be a certain way of talking, or maybe certain phrases you use or a certain style of speech. This shows she's in sync with you. She's paying attention, and it's because she's thinking about you. Now, the fun thing about body language is you could even be across the room. You could not even be talking to each other. But let's say you have your arms crossed and she's across the room talking to somebody else entirely. And so you uncross your arms, maybe you put your hand on your hip or something. I don't know. And if you notice that pretty soon she does the same thing, she is paying attention to you, my friend, and no matter who she's talking to. Now let's quickly recap all the signs you just learned. Sound good? The first one is that she frequently texts you or messages you. Number 2, she mentions past conversations. Number 3 is active social media engagement. She is definitely liking, commenting, all the things. Next up is random check-ins, just checking on you, just seeing how you're doing. Another sign is that she shares personal details. This shows that she trusts you and values your connection. The next sign is that she remembers small details about you. And next up, we have playful teasing or flirting. Next up, she asks your opinion and she mirrors your behavior. Make sure you download that texting guide I mentioned for you. It's going to help you so much when she's use, because when she shows her interest in you, the attraction will either grow or it will die. And you do not want it to die. You want it to grow. And these tips will help you build more of that connection and increase the attraction. So again, there's a link in the description and a link in the pinned comments. I'm super curious. Have you ever noticed any of these signs she's thinking about you? Tell me about it in the comments. Or even if there's another sign you've noticed that she's thinking about you. I definitely want to hear about it. A huge thank you to everyone who's so amazing with the super thanks. Thank you for your support. And if you'd like to continue to see wholesome content, whether you've ever used the super thanks before or not, consider using it now. It truly does help. So thank you. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. Okay, so if you can hear a lot of noise right now, it's because there's a lot of noise right now. They're doing construction next to my house. And naturally, before I started filming, they weren't that close. But as soon as I started filming, it got really loud. So just ignore it. Pretend it's not there. That's what I'm doing. Well, I'm trying to do. Okay, secret end of the video club. We need a special word for today because it's so noisy. And I was trying to decide, should the end of the word today be noisy or should it be construction? And I don't know. So I'm going to let you choose. Pick one or the other or both. Thank you for being here. Never forget you're awesome. And I'll see you in the next one. I did it. I finished a video. Woohoo! Yeah. It's like a little mini party. Just me and the mic having fun here. That's not weird. You're weird. I'm just kidding.